toughness. Understanding that that's why we work in the summer, that's why we work every day, why we finish every drill, because it's going to come down to situations. Not every game you're going to win, by a big margin, and we understand that. But the key is getting it to the fourth quarter with a lead. We feel like we got the mental toughness to give ourselves a chance to win.
Do you think you're the fresher team in the fourth quarter?
Coach Batson and his group, they do an unbelievable job with our guys. If you just watch, the last couple of years in the bowl game, you've seen that we've come out and we've been well prepared, well conditioned, and I think our guys practice fast. The defense, they have to go against us in practice, and we don't keep them on the field long, but we're going fast. We get our work in, and so we practice fast so that we are the fresher team down the stretch.
That formation on the second touchdown, did they show you something, or did you have that when you got to that spot where you wanted to pull that out?
Well, that's a play that Coach Morris brought when he was here, and Jeff and I, we liked it, so we kept it, and we had some success. I think we scored on the same play up at NC State a couple years ago, and we knew on a short week it was going to be difficult to prepare for everything, and we knew we were going to be in a situation where we were going to need a little something, and obviously we had a certain portion of the field we wanted to run it, and the look was there, and we were all looking, can we run it, and then we fire it, and they executed it well.
What was the nature of Fru Morgan and Joe's injuries? Hurts there.
I think Fru Morgan, what I've heard is a knee. Don't know the severity of it yet. And then Joe, I believe, was an ankle, and he came back and finished out the game.
Was it a little scary for you there for a minute, because you're having to throw Morris out there?
Well, I thought about it for a second, and then I just tried to get back in the groove of calling the plays, and knew that, just from a protection standpoint, may have to help him out a little bit, slide the protection in his direction, give him a little bit of help. But man, he held up, and then Joe came back in, and just hats off to Coach Caldwell and Thomas Austin, who works with him in the offensive line, because they were challenged, and not only did they run the football, but the quarterback was only sacked one time. Considering last week we had a couple struggles in both areas.
Did you know Ali was in the house?
I heard he was going to be here, and I wish I would have had the opportunity to see him. Obviously, he's just a tremendous man. He's done a lot for the community here, so I'm sure it was a special moment when they honored him.
Thanks, Tom.
You've probably been asked this. What's it like to get the first ACC road win, especially going into the ACC portion of the schedule?
Well, every win is big. The most important game on the schedule is the game that you're playing. But last year, in the same scenario down at Florida State, we didn't finish the drill on the road to open the season. The ACC schedule. And we understand that we didn't win the division tonight, but it is good to go on the road, overcome some adversity, and get a win.
With Deshaun throwing 2 interceptions tonight, is that something that concerns you?
No, if you look at the first one, hats off to number 13. He made a heck of a play. I think it was a one-handed diving catch that he made, and then the other one was a tough deal. We were expecting a certain look, and he gave he put a little bit outside, gave I think it was Tay an opportunity, and their guy made a play. So not worried about it. We'll get him locked back in and dialed in. He's his biggest critic. He's going to be harder on himself than we could ever be on him. So he's going to study the tape. He's going to figure out what the issues are, and he's going to correct them.
Clemson's first trip to Louisville this week. What did you think of the environment here?
Up in the box, it's hard to get a feel for it, but pregame, I think they have a really, really good atmosphere. Everyone was very nice to us. I think that their trip to Clemson, our fans treated them well. So just the reception here was very, very nice by the fans and the people working the game. As far as the atmosphere during the game, I can't comment on that because I was up in the box.
Was there any consideration on going for that fourth down since it was taken back?
Right, there was some consideration, but the defense, hats off to Coach Venables and his guys. I think they held them to under 20 yards rushing. They were dialed in. We wanted to play it smart and try to eat up as much clock as we can, flip the field, and then let the defense go win the game.
Is that the best you've seen?